Let me put on one of these little fuzzy majiggers. Alright, first just gonna plug in the battery, swapping it out from yesterday. Hope and think I'm installing it the correct orientation. Letting Develop Air boot up and get a good satellite connection. And I'm gonna start a screen recording here, getting another sync point. All right, and now I'm just going to connect to Develop Air, 6 satellites, practically a fully charged battery as indicated both in percentage and voltage. There's a new little graphic added here for roll, pitch, and yaw. We're at negative 114 yaw. That seems far worse than what it was yesterday. Now let me go ahead and check the drone settings. Mohit said set this RC override time to 0. And I'm going to select reboot. Alright.
Could it just be a compass calibration that it thinks it's at a minus 140?
That's yaw, so no, it's basically like receiving input from a controller that's clearly not connected, saying that it should be rotating. So we have ready to fly. I'm going to put it in loiter flight mode. It is set to loiter. I'm going to go set up the props and then we will try taking off, even though I don't think this is going to end well. All right, and opposite. All right, well, here goes nothing. And by nothing, I mean probably a flight that's out of control with Develop Air continuously rotating. Probably worse than what it was yesterday.
Faster, at least. Yesterday was -2.
And now it's minus 114. So I'm going to select fly drone, arm and fly drone, take off to 10 feet. Yeah. All right. I just put it right back into land flight mode. So it's actually looking somewhat steadier. Still not ideal that it's rotating as it's landing, but a much better landing than we had yesterday. So that's a plus. If it detects that it lands properly, it'll auto disarm. And so it didn't detect a landing yesterday, hence why it didn't disarm. So you can keep rolling. I'm going to keep rolling both here and my screen recording, but I'm going to go check my Discord messages from Mohit and see what else beyond that setting he wanted us to test out, if anything. Because clearly that setting did not work. Okay. He says try plugging in the controller to see if the yaw would stabilize. So if it's actually detecting a controller input that's not providing any input, maybe that'll override the input that it's currently detecting without a controller being detected. Yeah, you're not even recording me, so they're going to get a nice shot of develop air while I'm running my mouth. All right, so controller is now plugged in. I have now activated it, and it looks like the same yaw command is still being issued. We're going to try taking off again, even though we're probably going to end up with the same results of it continuously rotating, even when I put it into the land flight mode. But let's give it a shot and see if that's true. Yep. I just put it back into loiter flight mode. I'm ready to arm and fly it when you're ready to record it. All right, I'm selecting launch, ready to select land at any moment, and yeah, it's still definitely continuously rotating. And I don't seem to have controller input. Given now I'm in land flight mode, I should still have some controller input, and it does not look like I have any. So yeah, it seems like iVue RC, our software, is continuously sending controller input even when there's no controller actually connected. So the last thing I think we need to test out here is doing a test flight in QGroundControl. We could also use Mission Planner, but just QGroundControl is a little bit more intuitive. And so if we're not running into this problem in QGroundControl, it's definitely a problem with our software sending commands erroneously. Erroneously? Wow, Jacob, much cool, big wow using sophisticated words. So I am disconnecting from the iVue RoboControl app in World's iVue and now opening up QGroundControl. Going to put us into loiter flight mode. At least he said it without stuttering or fumbling his way through it.
Well, he said it with his accent that he has. Erroneous.
I don't even know his accent.
He Romanian?
Yeah, but I can't picture his accent or like think what his accent sounds like. All right, I'm just setting up the controller so if I select down on the D-pad, I'll be able to put develop air into land flight mode. So I think should be good. And we're going to take off and we're going to set this to 10 feet. I'm kidding. It's 32.8 feet, so let's try that out. All right, I just put it into land flight mode. So it looks like it's actually an issue with the mLRS radios is what I would say. And I think this has been a problem before, so we definitely need to get on a call with Mon and see if he can help us sort this issue out. Or get Mon up here with us. Improvements from yesterday, people. All successful landings. Just disregard the continuous rotation. That's all a figment of your imagination. Well, this is part one of maybe part two at the drone park. Stay tuned.